moving ahead to high school now as a two-way player. Take me through what that experience was like all the way throughout the time that you were recruited to Vanderbilt and had to make the decision to move full-time to the outfield and hitting. What was it like coming up with that kind of prospect and then just making that transition?
Yeah, so pitching was always the thing I did growing up, especially in Little League and a little bit of high school. I was always the big kid who threw hard and was left-handed, had a good curveball, and they wanted to put me on the mound as much as possible. But my dad, he was cautious about it. Didn't want me to throw too much growing up. Didn't want me to get hurt when I was young. And so I didn't really pitch until my senior year of high school. And I committed to Vanderbilt fairly early, around my freshman year of high school. And to be honest, I didn't even know what I committed as. It was either as a position player or as a pitcher. And so I took a lot of pride in my hitting at a young age. I've always felt like that was what I was best at. But in my mind, I was like, well, I'll probably become a pitcher someday based on my build. But, once I was going through high school, started throwing the ball hard. Wasn't throwing many strikes, but it was good stuff. I got injured my senior year, and that was kind of a sign for me, like, hey, you should go to college. This baseball thing probably won't be forever, so it was probably worth getting the education. And then when I got to school, played a little bit of first, a little bit of outfield. They tried to get me on the mound. My arm wasn't fully healthy, and then that was the COVID year. So after COVID happened, I was playing summer ball and tore my UCL, and I took that as a sign that I should probably focus more on the hitting side of it. And my coaches at Vanderbilt were very supportive of it, transitioning into a full-time hitter, outfielder, and I think that's been the greatest thing for me in my career so far.
And a positive for you was the next summer. You actually moved up to the Cape Cod and worked in the Cape Cod League for a summer, which you grew up in SoCal, but you also have some grandparents that lived in Cape Cod. Walk me through just kind of your summers growing up there, wanting to play for Brewster. You played for the Whitecaps, and just what kind of an experience that was for you that summer of 2021.
Yeah, I tell people that was the best summer of my life. That was following College World Series trip. We went to Omaha, lost in the finals, and after that season, I couldn't help but feel like I wasn't, impacting the team the way I knew I could. And so that summer was it was a dream come true because, we used to always go up to Cape Cod, celebrate my grandfather's birthday in July, go to a couple Cape Cod League games and spend a lot of time out there. So that was always my baseball dream, more than, playing at a big university or going to the College World Series or being in professional baseball even. It was more so just to play in the Cape Cod League and live in my grandparents' house for a summer. So the fact that got to happen was a dream come true. And, the stars aligned in a sense that summer. I kind of found myself as an outfielder, started finding the barrel more as a hitter, and, made an impact on a team that wound up winning a Cape Cod League championship.
So you've been a winner everywhere you've gone, and lo and behold, the Yankees draft you the next summer. So you're going on your third season in the organization now, and I guess since you've been drafted, who have been some of the biggest influences on your career, and what have you learned from some of those people?
Yeah, there's been plenty of influential players. I've talked to, a few of the older position players, talked to Wells a little bit, Volpe a little bit. But I feel like the people who have been the most influential are the people I'm around every single day, especially the coaches and the players that I've played with, throughout these past 3 seasons. And just the camaraderie, getting to know these guys really well. That's what baseball is all about, sharing time with your teammates and creating those memories. So I've been very fortunate so far to be in this organization around a lot of really good people.
And finally, the Yankees are obviously an organization that comes with a lot of prestige and it's just one of the most storied organizations in all of sports. How much pride do you take in putting on the pinstripes one day for the Yankees at Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, that would be a dream come true, right? It's the pinnacle of professional baseball in my head, and I want to do whatever I can to make myself, get into that position and have success in that position. So just one step at a time for now, but I'm looking forward to the future.
Looking forward to it here as you're in AA Somerset right now and hopefully at Yankee Stadium very soon. So Spencer, thank you so much for the time and best of luck with everything this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.